The bounce house, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to fire from the pistol. Single. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Nixon. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Trying play action. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Right on target this time. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Hand off from the shotgun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, SMU.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Looking deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
The Knights want to move quickly.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Wade. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He uncorks one deep. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Takes the handoff. It's Nixon. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Brown will throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Harden. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And 1st down for the offense.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Off play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating.
There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Gain of 13. Brings up 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
It'll be 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he could.
That's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking for space. It's Nixon. Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the ball squirted out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, UCF! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Tripped up for the tackle.
Early down, go to the QB zone read. Nice decision by the QB. Saw the defensive end pinching down, kept the football and showed you his speed, breaking off that long run.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Caught near the sticks, it's Brinson. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they could put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Harden. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The screen. He's got wheels. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Mustangs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gives it to the back on the draw. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Harden. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Looking for a gap. It's Nixon. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Quarterback adapted. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Brown will throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
To the air, it's Jennings. Scrambling away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
Black 14.
Quick handoff. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! When that receiver got 3, it was all over. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well stick with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Brown wants to pass. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 17 to Washington. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Floating away. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
First and 10.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Keeps looking downfield. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll move the wide receiver. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Gonna try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Jennings. That's caught. It's Hudson. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. Coverage takes away throws downfield. Just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
1st down for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. The run to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Montgomery. Picks up the first down. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Brown will throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nixon. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
A little screen to the running back. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And you're trying to get the ball to the... quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Might be calling a hot route. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care. There he goes! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Drops it up to 25 in stride. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The handoff, keep working on that clock. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And he'll pull it out and keep it himself on the bootleg. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Grab near the sticks. It's Harden. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. once again. What do you think about that? Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the fill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jackson going to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Tosses it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.